We live in a country where people's feelings and people's rights have to be balanced against other people's feelings and rights.
This is not the first time that we have seen discriminatory responses to historic moments of progress for our nation. We saw it in the Jim Crow laws that followed the Emancipation Proclamation. We saw it in the fierce and widespread resistance to Brown v. Board of Education, and we saw it in the proliferation of state bans on same-sex unions that were intended to stifle any hope that gay and lesbian Americans might one day be afforded the right to marry.
What would you say to Loretta Lynch after what she said this week?
Frankly, I find it appalling that someone from North Carolina would work so hard to hurt the state where she's from. I can't conceive of a scenario where if I were in her shoes, even if I felt strongly about the policy that she is trying to pursue, that I would go about it in this way. It's extremely detrimental, but I think it goes to show the lengths that this administration, and I guess her particularly, are willing to go to really do an end run around the will of the people of this country. This isn't just about North Carolina anymore. And that's important, I think, for your listeners, your readers, to understand. This is about the nation now.
But this action is about a great deal more than bathrooms. This is about the dignity and the respect that we accord our fellow citizens and the laws that we as a people and as a country have enacted to protect them.
What would you say to the transgender community who feels discriminated against by this bill and really feels they should have a right to use the bathroom with which they identify with?
We live in a country where people's feelings and people's rights have to be balanced against other people's feelings and rights. And that's part of what a republic is about, is electing representatives to Congress, electing representatives to a legislature, in order to find policies that balance these things. We think that there is room here for everyone's needs to be accommodated. I'm not dismissing their claims of a need. I'm saying that they need to understand that in a republic that they have to also consider the rights and the burdens on the vast majority. And their demand and Loretta Lynch's demand does not account for any of that.
Senator, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.